Welcome to the reteach video for the numbers 60 through 100. In French, the 60s and 70s are both based on the base of soixante, meaning 60. 61 through 69 are fairly obvious. You add a on for 61, and then everything else follows the ones digit all the way up from 62 through 69, and those are linked with hyphens. In the 70s, the 60s continue. The equivalent of 70 is soixante-dix, or 60-10. The equivalent of 71 is 60-11. The equivalent of 72 is 60-12, and so on. All the way through 79, this will happen when this is the equivalent of 60-19. Into the 80s, it now becomes a multiplication problem. 80 with an S is how you say 80, just 80. With an S. And it's linked with a hyphen, and it means 4 20s, 4 times 20 in this case. The rest of the 80s are simple ones digits with adding it with a hyphen. 81, 82, and so on through 89. The 90s are an extension of the 80s, where you keep the 80, or 80, and then you start adding 10, 11, 12, and so on, all the way through the highest number being 99, or 99. 100 seems easy after all of that because it's simply 100. Numbers that end in the digit 1 are not usually hyphenated. They use a instead, although you'll see a couple of variations in this textbook with that. So you've been told so far that 31 is 31, 51 is 51, 61 is 61, but there are two ways to write 71 and 81. 71, which is just the hyphenated version, or you can also see 71, depending on who the speaker is. 81 also has two versions, 81, as you've been taught since 6th grade, or 81 with hyphens. The number 80 by itself ends in an S, but there's no S when it's followed by another number. So 80 with an S when it's simply 80, but the S on 80 disappears when it's any number over 80. The following practice slides are ones that we did in class, and you should already have the correct numbers to these in your notes. If you wanted to redo these as practice, you could check your own notes for the corrections. This is the end of the video.